So, this is your video to watch when you want to engage in self-compassion through somatics because it can be so easy to be hard on yourself, to tell yourself, I should have done that, I should have used my time better, why didn't I do that? And to beat yourself up. And so I think self-compassion and self-love goes a really long way to really signal to the body that you have acceptance of however things worked out. And so we're going to first start off with an orientation activity with our eyes, just because I really believe that before we engage internally with somatics, we first drop into our outside surroundings. And that feels like a very gentle way to come back to the body. And so let's first take a collective breath together where we inhale through the mouth and then inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. Let's do that again and let's really try to have your inhale and your exhale as slow as possible. And if you're having thoughts about, oh, I need to work on this, I just want you to tell yourself that you have consent to be here, that this is how you're going to reground, how you're going to refocus, so that way you can show up with more presence for whatever you need to do. You have time. Time is on your side. You can let things down and tend to yourself. And so for our orientation activity, I'm going to have you tilt your head to the right. And before we do that, I just want you to cradle the right side of your face. You're going to slowly lean your head into your hand. And if you have a heavy ass head like me, you can use your other hand to support that. And as you lay right here, I want you to look at the very bottom right of your vision. And then slowly look up to the top left. Take a breath here. And then look to the right slowly. Ah, good. And using your hands, bring your head back to center. And we're going to do the same thing where you're going to cradle your head with your left hand, the left side of your face. You can use your arm of your other hand to support your weight as you slowly rest your head. And just lay it here and look around your surroundings. Good. And now bring your gaze to the bottom left corner and slowly diagonally look to the upper right corner. Let's take a breath here and let out an exhale. Now let's look to your left. Nice. And using your hands, you can move your head back to center and gently roll back your shoulders and slowly roll your neck in whatever direction, or just maybe keep it tilted, whatever feels good for you. Hmm. Probably need to crack my back. Oof. Yeah. And now let your head gently come down to your chest. Let it hang there. Let your shoulders droop, feeling the weight of gravity here. Taking some deep breaths, perhaps feeling the tension of your lower neck connecting to your spine. And slowly roll your head up and back down. And let it roll back up the other way. Ooh, I just felt my neck crack. Okay, so that was a little warm up and orientation. And I encourage you to just stretch whatever needs to be stretched right now before we move to the next exercise. Maybe drink some water or tea. I'm drinking some chamomile tea. Oh, it actually doesn't say it, but I'm drinking chamomile tea. And for the sixth pair of gentle self-compassionate exercises, we're going to use our hands. And so first you're going to tap your ring finger with your thumb. Then you're going to switch and tap your middle finger with your thumb. I love to do this whenever I realize that I'm like fidgeting and I want to feel more presence. Rhythm with the body can feel really resourcing, and I've switched to my thumb now. And there's really no right rhythm, just whatever feels like a natural groove to your body. And so, what I like to do is when I inhale, I tap, and when I exhale, I switch fingers. So, and when I put my finger down, I'm kind of pressing against my thumb because that sort of pressure feels really resourcing. So, starting with the index finger inhale. And when I reach the end of my hand, I just like to squeeze all my fingers together and we'll alternate here. So, and rub your hands together, feel that energy, like you're washing your hands really intentionally. And this is how we link our breath with small intentional movement too. So that's just one exercise. Another is to extend your thumb and have your other hand envelope it. And this can feel really resourcing, especially if you've been feeling a lot of anxiety, and to rock. So maybe rock back and forth and just really feel the lull of this motion. And I'm pressing my hand against my chest. If it feels even better, you can tuck a pillow in between and kind of hug it too, or a stuffed animal, whatever works. Let out any noises that needs to be released. Just enjoying the rhythm of your body. And maybe even a side to side sway feels good too. You can switch too, so taking the thumb of your other hand and enveloping it. Just rocking gently here. Hmm. And sometimes to stimulate the vagus nerve, I like to hum while doing this. So I'll inhale and exhale with the hum, which is called the hummingbird breath breathing technique. So you can try along with me. You inhale through your nose, and with your mouth closed, you hum as you exhale. So, hmm. And typically, I like to get at least 5 of those in. Or if you have a special number, anywhere between the range of 1 to 10, you can do a breathing. You can do as many hummingbird breaths to that. And another variation of this is to do an isometric relaxation exercise. So when I inhale, I squeeze my thumb and I hold my breath and squeeze my thumb really tightly. And when I exhale, I slowly release my thumb from my hand. So this is version 3. So I'm still swaying though. So when you inhale, you're going to slowly squeeze your thumb. So, and as you hold your breath, you can squeeze your thumb really tight. And then until then, it gets too much, you can slowly exhale and relax the pressure from your thumb. So this is another way just to signal grounding in the body, inner felt sense of stability. And we can just rock back and forth for a little bit. Maybe roll the neck. And exercise 4 is kind of just circling back to what we did at the beginning. So rubbing the thumb with the index finger, the middle finger. You can do this with both hands too. My fingers there. But yeah, just gentle pressure. You can even slow it down to really focus on the sensation of your fingers touching too. I like to do each finger, but sometimes it feels good to just focus on one hand and then switch. So that's what I'll be doing. Just really feeling the sensation of your fingertips slightly grazing your thumb. Still feel like I'm doing this kind of fast right now. You can do it as slowly as you like. Yeah. And now that all your fingers have felt more sensation and have that energy, I like to trace my thumb now from the insides of my eyebrows to all the way out. And this just feels really good to massage. Just trace your eyebrow. This is how we can do gentle self-touch. So maybe even just massaging your third eye here with your thumbs. And tracing your eyebrows. And sometimes when I reach the temples here, I just like to massage it too. But what's really powerful is that with your hands, you have the ability to regulate yourself, to tend to yourself, which is really honestly overrated and really cool. Like human bodies are so cool how we can just tend to ourselves. And I encourage you to just massage using your thumbs anywhere on your face that feels good. I typically just, after doing this exercise where my thumbs have felt the gentle pressure of each of my fingers, I like to start with my thumbs here. But then you can freestyle it and use your 2 fingers and just massage. If that feels too much, you can just do a straight line above. You can even make going up and down as if you're making the addition sign. Just gently touching your body, self-compassion touches. And then I just like to just really hold my scalp. And if you notice at the back of your head, towards the bottom, there's a ridge that you can feel slope up. I just like to push up on that and offer some support to the head here using my thumbs. I don't know if you can see it, but you should be able to feel the curve of your head. Yeah. Mhm. Just holding your head, just giving it some attention, pressing down on it. Can let out any sighs, any noises. And gently squeeze your hands together. Inhale and squeeze your hands together. And when you exhale, you can release. Beautiful. So those are some hand exercises. We can do some arm exercises. So you can put one hand underneath your armpit and then have the arm that is being held touch your shoulder to caress it here. You can just hug yourself and start swaying here. Just noticing any bodily sensations as you just hold yourself and sway. You're not in any rush. You have full permission to be here together. Just giving yourself time and space to be with yourself is so powerful when we live in a time where everything demands your attention. Mhm. Yeah. Just seeing what happens and noticing when you give yourself space, and give yourself more breaths and buffers, what sensations you notice in your body. Can sway back and forth, side to side, whichever feels good, and you can always switch it up too. You're not locked into one flow. Now we can switch to bring your arm to beneath the other elbow and cross the hand to the other side. When I sway side to side, I sometimes imagine that I'm a piece of plankton at the bottom of some body of water, swaying with the currents, just always going with the flow. Feels good to my spine. Mm. And if you notice that you're starting to dissociate, you can just say, that's okay. I'm still moving my body. I'm still here. You can even squeeze gently to just feel more sensation. Maybe squeeze up and down your arm too. And maybe you don't want to hold this arm. Maybe you want to cradle your face too in whatever way that feels good for you. This could be a different version. Another version is to just squeeze both your forearms all the way down. This can feel very resourcing. Or you can have someone, a trusted person, a good friend, a partner, go behind you and just gently squeeze your arms all the way down. That's a beautiful form of co regulation. But just applying gentle pressure. Hmm. Yeah. I'm going to drink some tea. All right, so for the last activity to do with our hands, we can do some butterfly tapping. So you cross your hands, cross your chest, and you can just alternate here. And bilateral movement can feel extremely resourcing, grounding for your nervous system, using both sides of your brain too. And you can match my rhythm, you can go at your own pace. And sometimes with clients or with friends, I like to do this sitting in a circle, and it just feels so beautiful to just feel a sense of co-regulation too, where you don't need to speak, but just feel attuned to someone just based on rhythm with your bodies. Ah. And I sometimes like to put on a really sweet song from Spotify, like Reiki or sound healing music, and just do this, especially towards the end of the day to unwind and decompress. And sometimes I like to just change up the rhythm just for the sake of it. Just go a little bit faster, really fast, and then I just end up tapping at the same time. Yeah. And then slowing it down and going back to alternating. Hmm. Sometimes I like to do this while lying down too, especially if I find myself rotting in bed or just staring at the ceiling, just to bring some motion into my body can feel really good to help bridge to the next thing that I want to do. Yeah. There's no rush. You can stop whenever you want to. You could go longer. And so we'll close out with some self-holding. And so version one is let's put one hand over your heart and the other on your lower torso. So it could be your belly, it could be on your hip, whatever feels good. And as you're here, you can just send the message to your hands that I'm here for you. And you can rock back and forth, side to side. And the other version is one hand on your heart and the other on your forehead. Just sending the message that I'm here for myself, I'm here for you. What is it like to receive this message from your hands? And see if it's okay to hold yourself with gentleness, with kindness, with patience, noticing what it's like to be held in this way, noticing what it's like to hold yourself, and just noticing your breath, feeling it rise and fall, especially if your hand's on your belly and your chest. Feeling those sensations, perhaps noticing a gentle expansion, perhaps experimenting with the lengthening in your spine with the inhale, and a gentle yielding with the exhale. Slow inhales and slow exhales. And sending the message to your hands that I'm here for you, and you can be gentle with yourself. Feeling the rise and the fall of your torso. And perhaps for you, you feel a shift while engaging in the self contact. And just welcome it. There's no need to think more, just to notice. And then perhaps wrap an arm around yourself or both sides of your face, whatever feels the best for you right now. And I invite you to thank yourself for just putting aside time for being here with me, creating this beautiful space in your body. And as you move forward throughout the rest of your day, I invite you to maintain the sense of I'm with myself, I'm with you, you are here for yourself, you are here. As you close out, I encourage you to just gently tap all over your body. Just giving your body thanks for carrying you, for being here. You did amazing. It's not easy to slow down. I just hope you are more kind and compassionate, gentle, and tender with yourself. Take care.